Hail and well met, everybody. Welcome back to the slowest growing podcast in all of Battlebots fandom. I am your never popular host, Jack Finney, and across from me on the other side of the world is the man of 1,000 waifus, Australia's true Burger King. They have Hungry Jacks there instead, it's regional thing. And a man of such dedication, he watched all 3 Lord of the Ring extended editions back to back in the cinema. None other than Mr. Makon Crayley, the Mac. How you doing today, Mac?
Facts. That was a good day. That was a very good day.
Wow. Oh yes, I can imagine it was.
I kind of wish I did start laughing or interrupt you for that little bit. But yeah, I do like a burger.
Yep. But yes, here we are on the, well, technically second, but number 1 episode of Mac and Jack's Big Bot Bonanza.
Bonanza.
What an episode we have tonight, eh?
Yes, oh my god. Battlebots is back and better than ever. There's a lot of good changes in it. A lot of good changes in the presentation and all that this season. I like it.
Oh yes, a suitably bonkers opening package in this episode for a suitably bonkers opening to the season as well. There's been a big change to the scheduling, as we saw, with us now being able to see far in advance who is going to be facing who, with it being demonstrated with each introduction of each of the robots and after their fights to see who they're going to be fighting in the future. And, oh boy, that combined with the fights in this actual episode, oh boy, dude, what a season we've got lined up,
Yeah, this is a killer-looking season. I am very excited for it.
That's right. We say every year that BattleBots is one of those sports that really does get better with every passing year as the sport evolves in terms of technology. And you can see that in the lineup for this year, the way that everything is set to go. It's going to be absolute insanity from start to finish. And we are here to cover all of it, whether you want us to be or not.
Oh, God, you're stuck with us. Even if you leave, the door's right there. But even if you leave, you're still stuck with us because we will exist. Even if nobody watches us, we will exist. But yeah, even outside the evolution of the robot fighting itself, the presentation of BattleBots has improved massively over the years, and this is honestly where we're at right now might be the best it could possibly be. Because, there's very little fluff, during the season, during the episodes, the presentations, all the images and all that, look spectacular, and, the battle box, the whole arena, looks, it looks perfect now.
Yeah, you can tell that Discovery is really throwing their weight behind this show and really giving it all of the funding that it really needs at this point. And we get to see the show expand a little bit more with each time as well.
Exactly.
We saw that with the addition of the BattleBots Champions Golden Bolt tournament last time, and hopefully we'll see similar stuff this year.
Ooh, hopefully. Because, we already know that some of the robots that we talked about last time, aren't in this tournament, so whatever they're in, that's probably going to be fun.
Oh, yes. But without further ado, let us move on to the first fight of the episode, Mac, featuring our friend and yours, your favorite robot.
Yes.
Well, not necessarily favorite,
quotation marks favorite. Ribbot. Yeah, it's Ribbot versus the Witch Doctor.
Ooh. And what a schedule lined up for both of these machines, am I right, Mac?
Yeah, I should have written down what their schedule was, did you?
Well, it's okay. I unfortunately did not write it down either, but I do remember it being absolutely insane when I got a good look at it. So
it's I mean, yeah. I did write down all the episode matches, so I can just do this. Ribbot. So for Ribbot, should we mention that? Because you mentioned you didn't want to spoil. Actually, no, because they showed it in the episode, so it's fine. For Ribbot, we've got the Claw Viper. We have the Jackpot. Danny Jackpot, and we have Scorpios. And for Witch Doctor, we have oh god, I wrote Witch Dog. Okay, we have Fusion, we have Gruff, and we have Minotaur. Big lineup for them.
Yeah. And, yep, the first and last of opponents that they've each got, absolute murderers.
Big killers, right?
Like, Ribbot having to fight Witch Doctor, and then later on, Ribbot having to fight... Who did you say it was?
Okay, let me have a look again. Ribbot.
Sorry, everybody, I'm quite tired. I have not slept well this week. I have had the flu. It's been terrible.
It is okay, Jack. It's Scorpios.
Yes, Scorpios. Oof.
Good.
And Witch Doctor will have Minotaur to contend with in the rematch of the century.
That's gonna be nuts. Like, goddamn. I think that's in the last episode, I think. Hang on. Let me have a look, because, yeah, I think that is in, yeah, that's the last episode of the, before the tournament.
Yeah, they know what they've got in that fight.
Yeah, that's most likely gonna be the main event of that, so.
Oh, that's totally gonna be the main event of that show, let's be real.
Yeah. Actually, no, to be fair, like, there's Tantrum versus Whiplash as well.
That's
spoilers, by the way. Spoilers for that, by the way.
Yeah, oh well.
I mean, to be it's Tantrum fights in this episode.
In any case, what a fight that we have lined up here with Ribbot versus Witch Doctor, two of the most feared verts in the competition, and they wasted no time with going into this. They made a real point of highlighting all of the technological upgrades that each of them have undergone, particularly the fact that now Witch Doctor is running its vertical spinner at its maximum 250 miles per hour speed.
That's fucked.
Oh my god, Mac, when we heard that, we both just audibly gulped, didn't we? That was a uniquely terrifying thought.
That's absolutely fucked, because Witch Doctor on it, like, even before, Witch Doctor on its own was dangerous as fuck. Now at full power, at absolute maximum power, like, you have to have a fucking prayer of a fucking chance to actually beat it. Like, you have to be fucking on top game to beat Witch Doctor.
It's Rock Lee taking off his weights.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and we got a good glimpse of that in this fight, which we were expecting more of a knockdown, drag-out brawl between these two, weren't we, Mac?
Yeah.
And that was ultimately not the case.
Yeah, like, it was, they did a bit of a clash at the start of the fight, but then after that, like, Witch Doctor got the perfect hit in, and it took a wheel out.
Yeah, see, what happened was they immediately went weapon to weapon, and of that, they bumped off each other for a moment, but Witch Doctor immediately asserted itself, took out one of Ribbot's wheels, and then, oh boy, this was no longer a fight. This was a beatdown. Yeah. That's the only way I can describe it. It was an absolute beatdown. Witch Doctor shredded it. It tore it apart.
It did. It took off the other wheel too, and then it left it laying on its back up, staring at the ceiling, staring at the lights. It was over.
I think if anything, you're underselling it, my dude.
Yeah, no, let's be
real. This was not just like a surgical knockout or anything. Witch Doctor tore it to pieces.
It did. It straight up did, yeah.
Like, took out the wheels, hit it with monstrous shot after monstrous shot, and just left it basically a twitching corpse.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was. Ribbot had no answer for Witch Doctor in this fight, and that's a testament to just how powerful Witch Doctor really is.
Yeah, like, Witch Doctor is probably the one to watch this season.
Yeah, every year they come so close, this could very well be their year.
Like, they are not fucking around this season. They are going full fucking force.
Do you remember the World of Cardboard speech that Superman cut in the Justice League cartoon?
No, I don't. Like, what episode was that?
I don't remember exactly, but it goes along the lines of everybody, like, I feel like I'm living in a world of cardboard, trying so hard constantly not to break anything. So this is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Which I think is what he says before he fights Darkseid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We'd need to refer to our comic book guru Wayne on this matter. Shout out to Wayne, we love you, dude.
It's been so long since I watched Justice League. Like, I should fucking watch that series again. It was so good. But yeah, like, this was a brutal fight.
Yeah, and it's a very strong contender for Knockout of the Night already.
Oh, absolutely. We did not discuss the awards, by the way.
Yep, so we will be coming up with that during this episode, everybody. But so
we're doing
far,
it live.
Yep, so far the front runner is going to be Ribbot versus Witch Doctor. Will anything change our mind on that? We shall see.
Maybe. We'll find out. And up next, we have Quantum versus Captain fucking Shrederator.
Now, there was no intro for the returning Quantum in this case.
Interesting.
And I was a little bit disappointed by that because I was really looking forward to seeing what would be said. I am a big fan of Quantum, as you know. I think Quantum is one of the most beautiful machines in all of robot combat. I feel like it's a superior design even to Razor. It just looks absolutely beautiful. And as we saw in this fight, it is also absolutely lethal. It was amazing in this fight. It was a spectacular return for the British Robo Challenge team.
It is absolutely hungry. Quantum just ate fucking Captain Shrederator all up.
Like a lollipop.
Like a lollipop, yeah. Like an Oreo, basically.
Yeah, this was Quantum just dominating from bell to bell. It immediately swarmed all over Captain Shrederator. Box rushed it immediately, and Quantum, oh my god, dude, so fast. Dude, well controlled.
Lightning fucking fast. Holy fuck. If we get Dem versus Tantrum, that's gotta be the fucking fastest match of all time. From a speed perspective.
Dude, that would be insane. But we'll come back to that in a future episode. Hopefully we'll get to see that down the line. Because I don't believe that they're actually lined up to face each other.
They are not. They're not.
Unless they both get to the tournament.
Hopefully in the tournament. We'll get to who these two are paired against for the rest of the season afterwards after we finish the talk about the fight.
But yeah, Captain Shrederator had no answer for Quantum in this. Quantum swarmed all over them, bit them to pieces. It did its party trick from King of Bots, and you heard me mark out massively at this.
You loved
it. So for those who don't remember, there was a moment in the fight back in King of Bots when Quantum's predecessor Spectre bit down on a robot, carried it over to the spinning spikes, and basically reared up and tossed it onto the spikes and jammed it up into them. And they basically recreated that this time with Captain Shrederator and the screws.
Yep.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, fucking raw. He basically bypassed the screws entirely and just slammed him into the wall, the Lexan? Yeah. He slammed into that. That was fucking sick.
And in an absolutely sick moment, Quantum got a great big bite on Captain Shrederator and bit right through its lithium polymer battery. That was insane. It went through that reinforced plastic like it was butter.
It did. It took a few tries, but once it got through, it was just biting goddamn through.
Well, really, it was getting through every time, from what I remember. It was just finding the right spot.
I mean, there were a few times where it wasn't perfectly in place for a bite through. It was biting it and being able to carry it, but not all the way through. But when it did bite it all the way through, then that was beautiful to watch. There was a beautiful shot at one point, in the corner of it just biting it. It was
ultimately. But yeah, this was ultimately a brilliant knockout win for Quantum, and Quantum absolutely deserved every moment of this. It was fantastic to see them back in form. Tremendous driving, some of the best driving, possibly the best driving job in the episode. Of course, we'll have to come back to that later because we don't know for certain, because there's some other excellent examples of that.
True.
Considering that they haven't gotten a chance to fight with Quantum in 3 years. And by their own admission, this was their big return with the robot. They hadn't had a chance to properly drive it like they had before. That is incredibly impressive and just shows how brilliant these guys are at driving.
Yeah, there's zero fucking ring rust there. Holy fuck.
Yeah. I've been really hyped to see Quantum back ever since I got to meet the guys at RoboNerd, and they were hush about it. They didn't let anything be known about whether or not they were really working on Quantum.
Right.
But I had a feeling that they were going to be back better than ever, and lo and behold, Quantum is back with a vengeance, and I cannot wait to see how it performs. Because I love a good control bot. I love crushers. You don't see them enough, in my opinion. So seeing one as beautiful and deadly as Quantum doing so well, it really speaks to me.
Nice, very nice. All right, so with that, Quantum now has to go up against Gruff. It also has to go up against Black Dragon, and it has to go up against Emulsifier. Meanwhile, Captain fucking Shrederator. Sorry. Let's get this out of the way. I'm misspelling that horribly. Captain Shrederator has to fight Hijinks. It has to fight Riptide. And it has to fight Jackpot.
Well,
that's certainly a lineup.
Quantum versus Black Dragon is going to be insane.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
And what a driving match that's going to be.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
There we go.
Alright, so up next, we had Gruff versus the new rookie on the scene, RIPperoni.
Oh, hell yeah. We were making so many jokes about this robot before, but apparently it's actually super serious.
Yeah, RIPperoni actually has a much stronger pedigree than we both realized, being captained by a former member of the Uppercut team. So, they've already had some success. And turns out RIPperoni has some stunning engineering designing behind it. For example, it's carrying a massive 70-pound flywheel, which is absolutely insane, with an additional flywheel mounted next to it, running in the opposite direction in order to stabilize it. And honestly, that's an incredibly smart concept.
It is. Didn't quite help in this fight, but...
It's that's a fantastic concept behind the weapon, and it's going to be great to see once it's ironed out the kinks based on what we saw in this fight.
Oh yeah, because this is basically essentially the test run for the robot.
Yeah, and there was some great gimmickry from both teams in this fight. The way that they had the Gruff Fiend markings on the pizza box, and then Gruff coming out with a pizza box on the oven gloves on the forks.
Oh yeah,
that was awesome.
That's probably going to be the entrance of the season.
Well, we'll see, man.
Well, we'll see. It's literally first episode.
Come after all.
Yeah, true.
After all, we've got Hypershock to come after all.
True. Hypershock. We have Mad Catter coming eventually.
Oh yeah.
Actually, next episode even, I think.
Okay, that was entirely by chance. I didn't intend that.
I do not believe you at all.
Oh.
But yeah, very fun opening. There were intros even, and then we go to the fight. And what a wacky fight this was.
Yeah, this turned out to be a fantastic brawl between the two of them. Actually, Gruff coming out with a great box rush. RIPperoni with its fearsome weapon manages to do quite a good amount of damage to Gruff, but ultimately Gruff is the one who asserts itself and takes control and demonstrates the control and aggression more so than RIPperoni was able to. RIPperoni was having some teething problems and ultimately lost the use of one of its wheels properly. I believe that it lost a tire on one side, didn't it?
It did, yeah. It lost the forks got bent as well. So that's what caused all the bouncing issues.
Yeah, and with that, RIPperoni ended up basically it was having issues with the weapon after a while, where the secondary flywheel ended up not working after a bit, and as a result, the robot became unstable and started gyro dancing across the arena.
Not even gyro dancing. It just started flipping around like a pizza. and then it spat on its fucking side. Yeah, it spat like a top two.
Yeah, and Gruff did a great job staying on them as well, keeping active, and ultimately it went the distance. But for the first time in quite a while, Gruff manages to win its judge's decision.
Hey, very good. An victory.
I was very pleased for them, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
because it's Gruff is a great machine, and it just has the worst luck when it comes to judges' decisions.
It does,
and it's had a rough couple of years, but who knows? This could be the start of a return to form for them.
Yeah,
but then again, it's got to face Quantum next.
Oh yeah, of course. Fucking oh my god.
I love Gruff, but I'm not giving it a hope against Quantum.
Yeah, true. Actually, so for Ripperoni's got to face fucking Endgame next, so that's gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
They also have Hijinks and Copperhead. And Gruff obviously has like one
an interesting one for them. Copperhead, I don't see Ripperoni winning that well because of Copperhead's, famous durability and the fact that it's so well driven.
Oh yeah, true.
But I won't count them out immediately. Like as we saw with this outing, the robot definitely has potential. Hopefully they can realize it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like even if they don't win this season, like even if they don't get a win this season, like this is a robot that like. Once they get the kinks out, once they get all the data, like, they're gonna come back better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
for Gruff, other than Quantum, they have to fight Witch Doctor. Okay, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Malice.
Interesting strength of schedule there.
Yeah. Okay. And up next, it is SHATTER versus Huge.
Yeah, taking a look at this, Huge and Shatter's schedules are both super tight as well. They've got some insane fights ahead of them, particularly Shatter versus Beta, which is Shatter's next fight, and that is going to be insane.
Oh,
I am really looking forward to the battle of the axe versus the hammer.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, that is gonna be insane. Like, there's gonna be Shatter's omnidirectional movement versus John Reed's peerless driving ability.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna be beautiful. Shatter also has
the axe versus the hammer as well.
Yes, lad. And Shatter also has the Fate Horizon, which I think we see next episode. Oh, no, 2 episodes from now. And Shatter versus Ominous. Ooh. And Huge's schedule is they will face Blip in episode 5.
That's going to be an interesting one, considering how low Blip is. Huge will most likely be able to hit it. Can Blip do anything to Huge?
I think
it's going to be very interesting.
So. Honestly, I think it can. I think Blip, like, if Blip can get under its wheels, like, and get a flip off, like, I think that's gonna be the ticket.
Yeah, because we'll address this in a minute, because Blip's driving style is completely different than the way that Shatter drives.
Oh, yeah.
Which ultimately I think worked to Shatter's disadvantage in this particular fight.
True.
We'll come to that in a second,
yeah.
though. Who else is you scheduled to fight, Mac?
We have Fusion, and we have Starchild.
Yeah, so the battle of the big wheelie boys.
Yes, lad.
Okay, so tight strength of schedule for both machines, and in this one we got to see Huge finally live up to some of its potential once more. Huge was noted. It was noted that the driver of Huge, Aaron, I believe his name is, right?
Yep.
Right, okay, yeah, Aaron had been specifically practicing with Huge at other events over the last year, and really ironing out his driving skill and, like, really polishing it up as much as he could, and it really shone in this fight. Like, he was in fantastic form in this fight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, Huge has, like, improved a lot, actually, because, like, they are much better at defense now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Using its giant fuck-off wheels as shields in order to lure Shatter in as much as they can, and then wheeling around like Tombstone to get the big hits.
Yeah, it was
like
very strategy.
Like, Shatter is a brilliantly driven machine, and it wasn't able to do anything to Huge.
Yeah,
with this in mind. It could not get its enormous weapon into range.
Yeah,
because of how tightly controlled Huge was relative to Shatter's omnidirectional movement as well.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like, credit where it's due. Huge was brilliant here, but Shatter did give it a good fight before it was ultimately taken down.
True. Like, Shatter did manage to get the to cut one of the balance things off.
This is true. It did manage to break the bars on the sides of Huge, but ultimately that was all that it was really able to do. Although it did look like they might have gotten a drive belt on Huge's weapon at one point.
They did, yeah, they absolutely did. But like, it didn't really affect anything.
But by that point, it was too late for them to have won.
Yeah.
I think Huge also has redundant drive belts as well.
Yeah, did they also was it this? Yeah, I think they also like didn't like Huge like break like a chunk of the plating off as well.
Oh yeah, Huge ripped massive chunks off of Shatter in this and exposed its innards as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Cause like that was pretty wild.
So yeah, ultimately this was a very convincing win for Huge and a great return to form for them. It's great to see the robot finally get some success again because it's had a rough go of it the last few years.
Yeah.
Outside of its rookie year, Huge has really not been very successful, has it?
No, it hasn't. Yeah, because like the rookie year was like great. Like I loved Huge like that first year, but like then afterwards, that sort of I don't know. I guess people were more prepared for it.
Yeah, it's like I feel like Huge was let down in its rookie year when it fought Ice Wave, and Ice Wave literally ripped it in half.
Oh my, yeah, true.
And then it fell apart again against Bite Force.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, it did.
And it was like, that was just so unfortunate for poor Huge. But yeah, and it seems like they've finally managed to work some stuff out, and who knows, this could be a year where they see much more success. We can only hope.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully Shatter is able to bounce back from this. So, like, I don't want it to beat Beta, to be honest, but other than that, I really hope that Shatter has some success, because I am a big fan of Shatter.
Oh yeah, I love
and
Shatter.
You know, I'm always happy to see it every time it appears.
Yeah, absolutely. Up next.
Matt, do you have anything else to say about this one?
No, I don't. Like we pretty much got everything sorted. Up next, Riptide and Glitch.
Yes, a match that proves why in 2022 it is suicidal not to have a Shreemac.
Yep. Like, come on, Glitch, you're a big robot. There's plenty of room on both sides to put one. Or even two. Come on. What are you doing, sons?
Dude, we were so hyped for this fight going in, the Battle of the Rookie Monsters.
Yep.
And, you know, they did a good job at hyping it up a little bit with the little bit of safety drama with Glitch beforehand as well.
True.
And, you know, like the build-up for the fight, it was looking pretty insane. Farouk's intro for Glitch was my favorite intro of the episode so far.
Absolutely.
Like, Farouk's delivery is second to none in these situations. And the weapon-to-weapon challenge issued by the member of Glitch, and which was very promptly denied, as Riptide, who was there only to win, did not take the bait, and instead managed to circle round and hit Glitch from the side and knock it over.
Yep.
And promptly knocked it hit it again, brutally hard, up onto the shelf, where there was no way for it to get off because it can't self-right.
Exactly, man. That was very disappointing.
I cannot fault the strategy of Riptide here.
True.
They did the right thing. They did the smart thing.
They did.
I was very disappointed by this fight nonetheless.
Yeah,
I was really hoping for more of a war.
Yeah, I wanted to see them go weapon to weapon, but like, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's like, even if I do dog the Riptide team a little bit here and there, they're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing, and yeah, what they did was definitely the right call in regards to, you know, winning the fight and everything.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, get a self-rider. Come on.
Hopefully they can work something out, but hopefully this isn't the sign of things to come with Glitch. I'd hate for them to be like a one-hit wonder.
Oh, I don't think it will be. Like, essentially they got outplayed. Like, I guess if they drove better, like a little bit better, like I don't know. Like, I'm just fucking spitballing here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but
anyway,
who
is Glitch scheduled to face next?
Let me have. I had Riptide typed down, but I'll write Glitch first. A Glite even.
Sounds like you glitched a little bit there.
Yeah, true. Glitch is up. Next up, Glitch is against Lockjaw.
Ooh.
Yep. Then it's up against Triton. That would be an interesting match. And then no.
Sorry, you were saying?
And then it's up finally up against Valkyrie.
Aha, nice. And what about Riptide?
God damn it. Riptide.
Let us see who the reigning rookie monster will be facing.
Next up, it's up against Mad Catter in episode 5.
Oh.
Yep. Then it's up against Captain fucking Shrederator. That's the gimme fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then episode 14, it's up against the Black Dragon.
Oh, damn. Okay, those are going to be some insane fights. But anyway, Mac, we can say one thing of this fight. It definitely settled the question of who the real Rookie of the Year from last year was.
True.
And it's definitely going to have to be Riptide.
Yep. True. Facts.
So, round of applause, Riptide. Well done.
Congrats.
I still hope you lose, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Fuck you. Get fucked. Hope you fucking explode.
Alright.
Up next. Yeah. Free shipping and Gigabyte.
Or shall we say Beyblade, the Battlebots game?
Yes! That was probably the longest, prolonged, Beyblading in all Battlebots.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, so everybody, free shipping in this bout, Gary Jin rolled out the Original Sin configuration. For those who don't know, Original Sin is what free shipping is when it competes in robo games. So he added on those 2 wedgelets onto the robot, which is the most successful combat robot of all time under that configuration. I believe that Original Sin boasts over 100 wins.
Holy fuck. So it's the Jerry Lawler of fucking robots then.
Wow.
What? Am I wrong?
In any case, this, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first time that he's used the Original Sin configuration? I think he might have used the wedgelets before, but this was when he still had the lifter attached.
I do not know. I actually do not know. Maybe before I started watching, I don't know.
In any case, he was using them in this case as feeder wedges into the vertical spinner up against Gigabyte, and oh boy, he used them to great effect in this one.
He did, yeah. He took Gigabyte to town.
Oh yeah, Gigabyte. Basically, what we saw was just a Beyblade episode after a while, as Team Guy Fieri ended up being turned into a literal spinning top.
Oh yeah, that was so fucking fun. It just kept going.
Yeah, it's just Oh god, Original Sin hit it with such brilliant hard shots and then managed to break off the self-righting bar, and as a result, Gigabyte got turned up and over and was gyro dancing across the box on top of the mount for where the self-righting bar was. It was turned into a literal Beyblade. It was awesome.
You'll love to see it.
It was absolutely fantastic.
It took forever for it to run out of momentum.
Now, credit where it's due, however, Gigabyte actually did manage to do, on the hits that it landed on free shipping, quite a lot of damage. From what I understand, it actually managed to basically break one of those wedgelets, from what I remember hearing.
Okay.
I'm just going to see if I can locate it.
Yeah.
But there's some post-fight information on Gigabyte versus free shipping. Okay, yes, I can see here. Right, okay. So, from the Gigabyte team, Real New Deal, the OP of the Gigabyte versus free shipping post-fight thread on Reddit. I'm just going to read this post out. What happened was, before the fight, we had a lot of issues getting ready due to part shortages and various setbacks, so we were only post-safety the morning of. During the match, I had not driven before with the shell spinning on a steel floor, so there was a ton of torque steer I had not experienced before, along with my mistake of not limiting turn rates in the transmitter. The way the bot and the mask failed was we had routed the wires on the outside of the internal chassis, as was done always on Gigabyte, but did not have time to notch the plate to recess the wires slightly. On one of the big hits with free shipping caused us to partially cut through our power wires, which made our frame live. That then arced through the base plate into motor and caused us to be stuck on. This was how our custom electronic speed controller melted in half and caused the bot to slam the weak mast into the floor, snapping it off and causing us to top for the rest of the match. On the bright side, the 2 hits had completely crumpled the wedgelet on free shipping and broke the frame rail at the wedgelet mount. Okay, so there you go.
Man, fucking, that's...
You gotta love damage reports after the fact, man. I love learning about this stuff.
I need more people need to do that. That's actually fucking sick.
Yeah. And ultimately, yeah, this was a very impressive fight. It was great to see free shipping do so well. Great driving, and yeah, I just love seeing Gary Jin finally get another win.
Oh, absolutely.
Super entertaining fight, for sure.
Yeah. And up next, free shipping will be fighting Minotaur. We'll also have to fight Hydra.
Oh.
And then it will have to fight Big Deal.
Ah, yes.
And meanwhile, Gigabyte.
It's the best for last.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. And then Gigabyte, he will have to fight Bloodsport.
Ooh.
He will have to fight Star Child. And then he will have to fight Endgame.
Well, that's going to be an interesting season for them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big Gigabyte season.
You have anything else to say about this match, Mac?
No, it was fun. It was just a very fun match.
Yeah, definitely. And so with that, we come up to the main event of the evening.
Oh, yes. We have the Tantrum Man versus the Minotaur Man.
Oh, yes. You mean Mantar.
Mantar, yeah, the Mantor Man.
Wow. Get out. Get out.
No.
You heard it here first, folks. That the podcast is done. I refuse to work with him.
No, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I will get a new host. I will get sick to join me. Look, I was always the face of this podcast. I was always the main eventer. This is now the Mac and Mac show starring Mac. All right.
Okay.
I'll go back.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm not gonna let him inflict that on you, everyone.
Oh, come on, you could have given me like 5 seconds to actually do it. Okay.
No. No, you don't deserve anything.
But you know who did deserve something? Tantrum. Because he got something. They got something even. They got a banner.
They got something else as well, but yes, they got that banner. And oh, dude, this was such a cool moment as they unveiled the Loomis banner representing the champions. It was great.
Yeah, so they had like throughout the start, like you could see, like they had banners like above the entrance ramp, and right before this fight started, they revealed Tantrum's one, and it was such a fucking moment.
Now, this is the thing. I'm seeing some contention online in regards to the banners as well. Not the idea of the banners being there to begin with. Like, everybody agrees it's a wonderful inclusion. Yeah. It's because of some of the robots that are not present. Like, it's only showing the heavyweight champions, for example, rather than the other Golden Nut winners.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think that makes sense.
There was initially some scuttlebutt saying, "Oh, they're only showing the ones that they can actually show because all the rights are owned by by Comedy Central for the older machines."
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, if you look, Biohazard and Vlad the Impaler both have banners up there as well, and technically speaking, the image rights to them are owned by Comedy Central, and they're able to get away with that.
True.
So it looks like they're only showcasing the heavyweight champions at the moment.
Okay, I mean, like, to me, that makes sense. But apparently
La Machine is up there listed as the middleweight champion.
Wait, what?
So, yeah, I think, from what I recall, La Machine is listed up there as the middleweight champion rather than the heavyweight champion.
Okay, that's interesting and weird.
I'm just going to have to look this up quickly.
Yeah, because, like, that's... Huh. I wonder what the action. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like they had to reach out to people to see if they agreed or something. I don't know. I don't know the fucking the backstage sports of that.
Okay. Yes. La Machine was listed as the middleweight champion. Right. Okay. So it looks like it might be a placeholder so that they can take it down and put up this year's champion next season.
Oh, okay.
From what some people are saying. The reason that it would be up there is because it is a champion and it's Trey and Greg's bot, and Trey and Greg are the founders of BattleBots.
Oh, okay, that makes
Robot was
sense.
US 94-95 competitor.
Right, that makes
for
sense.
the uninitiated. It's the original Wedge, basically.
Oh. That's awesome.
And it is an important Hall of Fame robot as well. But yeah, the only bone of contention that people seem to have about the banners is that it only represents the heavyweight division and doesn't represent any of the other Golden Nut winners. Like, for example, Donald Hudson has multiple Golden Nuts, and none of his machines are represented up there because he won them in the super heavyweight division.
Okay.
And it's like, it would be nice to see like the lighter divisions up there at some point as well. But like the lighter divisions and the super heavyweight division. But if they only have room for those banners, then I can understand them only limiting it to the heavyweight champions.
Yeah. Like, I feel like next season we could see more banners like around the arena. But like that
would be nice.
It would be cool if they started like adding some more.
Yeah, I'd totally be down for that. In any case, I absolutely love the banner unveiling, and you could see the emotion in the Tantrum team's face as Tantrum has gone from flipping burgers to being enshrined in legend in a banner in the Battlebots arena. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, saying I friggin' love the Tantrum team.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they had a great build up in the hype package for this fight beforehand as well, and then we finally got to go in. We saw the Minotaur team coming in very well adjusted from last season as well.
Oh yeah, they seem like I guess less emotional. Like
yeah,
they're not like on that high. Like I guess essentially.
To be fair, I can totally understand what the situation was last season. Daniel Freitas, already a very passionate man, had lost his mother and his grandmother in that same year.
Exactly, like that's completely understandable. Like there's been some time since then, sort of like
yeah, and it's like I think there's been time to reflect as well. So that's the
because like in the post fight, like he is like a lot calmer than like he was last season. Like you can see it in his face.
Yeah, we'll come to that in a minute anyway. But yes, we get the big main event of Minotaur versus Tantrum, and this was a very cool fight.
It was like that. This was super hyped. Big fucking class at the start. Very cool class.
Yeah. Fear, yeah, it's quite appropriate, really, considering it's a Minotaur as well. Tantrum showing absolutely zero fear by charging right in at Minotaur as well, and they just barely whiffed each other as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, these are two of the best driving teams in the entirety of the sport as well, because as we saw Tantrum go practically untouchable for most of last year. And Minotaur, its pedigree is never in doubt in terms of driving.
Of course.
But ultimately, it's Minotaur who ends up coming out the stronger in this fight. That isn't to say that Tantrum didn't put up a great fight, because it actually had Minotaur on the ropes at one point where it managed to hit it with a good shot and send it flying into the air. But Minotaur is so well driven that it was able to gyro dance its way back onto its wheels, and then came back with a vengeance at Tantrum, managing to hit some big hits and ultimately take out its self-righting arms.
Yeah,
this was a very, very important thing for later on.
Like it meant like Minotaur eventually managed to get it like Tantrum onto its back, and it just did not have the strength to push itself back up.
Yeah. And it was and Minotaur even positioned itself in such a way that if Tantrum did manage to self-right, it was going to go right into Minotaur's weapon. And ultimately, the reigning champion failed in its first fight of the season.
Yeah, like
nothing to be ashamed of this, because Minotaur is one of the most fearsome robots in all of the sport. There was no shame ever in losing to Minotaur.
Oh, absolutely. Like, and it put up a good fight too. Like, so yeah, absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh yeah, who knows? We could see them rematch later on in the tournament.
That would be fucking lovely.
Yeah, ultimately, I was like, you know me, I root for Tantrum all day long, and I was rooting for Tantrum going in. But, I was quite happy to see Minotaur kick off its season on a high by managing to defeat the reigning champs.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, like, if there's any robot, like, you'd be happy to see, like, beat one of your favorites, it's Minotaur.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
with this, they kick off their campaign brilliantly, and who knows, they could go all the way.
They could.
Every year they're a massive threat. We thought they were going to go all the way last year when they... It's funny, because back-to-back years they've managed to beat the reigning champs.
True! Very true.
The question is, will they be able to get their revenge on Witch Doctor, who will be their final opponent before the tournament?
Oh, of course, of course. But let me... hang on. But yeah, but also other than Witch Doctor, they have to get through free shipping and Cobalt. Oh my god, the Cobalt fight is gonna be nuts.
Oh, dude, Cobalt has such a bonkers schedule.
Actually, what is Cobalt's fucking overall schedule?
Well, among other things, Cobalt will be the first opponent of Death Roll this year.
Yep, of
Ominous didgeridoo music plays in the distance.
That's gonna be a wild fight. They gotta fight Minotaur, and they gotta fight Overhaul. Oh, they gotta fight Lucky. Sorry, Cobalt, but you have to do the job. And Tantrum is gonna fight the Hydra Man. He's gonna fight Blip, and he's gonna fight Whiplash.
So another bonkers rematch as Jake Hewitt continues to maintain that he was robbed in that fight.
Of course.
And I can see where he was coming from, even if I personally disagree. Considering the criteria and everything. We get the battle of the adorablest as the brother fights brother.
Yep.
And then Whiplash is there too.
Whiplash is always there.
I love Whiplash, you know I do. So that's going to be an insane driving match as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah, all in all, it's going to be a great season to be a robot fighting fan.
Oh yeah, like this is already kicking off to a great start.
Oh yeah. And with that, we have come to the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. All in all, I would say this was definitely a fantastic episode. A lot of great fights, a lot of great action. They put their best foot forward, and we got a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, big thumbs up for this episode. Like this was a fun way to start. Like not the strongest in terms of like overall fights, but like in terms of like just having everything work. Like this was a good one.
Absolutely. Okay, so Mac, with that, we should come to the awards for this week.
Yes. What awards did we have again?
Completely unprepared for.
Good. I will open up the. Again, I have Photoshop already open, so I can just open the old thing and see what the awards were. Okay, let's start off with best losing performance.
Oh. Let's see. That's a very good question.
Like,
when you think about it. Really.
Tantrum's up there, I think.
I would say yes. It would have to be Tantrum in this instance.
Yeah, because like the only other robot I think that comes close is RIPperoni, and even then, like, it was just bouncing around the entire fight. So.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so I have no issue with giving that to Tantrum straight out of the gate.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, knockout of the night.
Knockout of the night, that's got to be Witch Doctor versus Ribbot, in my opinion.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I would say that. Like,
with honorable mention to Glitch versus Riptide.
Yeah, okay. I agree with that. Okay, so Fire of the Night. I gotta save Fire of the Night for last, actually.
Yeah. Best driving.
Best driving. I do not have that on here, but yeah, best driving. I can fix that. Best driving. Quantum.
Yeah, I'm thinking Quantum as well.
Like Quantum or Minotaur.
Honorable mention in this case, I would have to say.
Actually, Quantum, Minotaur are huge. Like all three are like good choices here.
Yeah, I would say Quantum would be the winner in this overall because it was sheer dominance from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
But huge, I would say, of the honorable mentions, number one honorable mention.
Okay.
And shout out to Minotaur as well.
Yeah. Okay. The Spike Dudley Award, the Underdog Award. Did we have an underdog? I guess would free shipping be an underdog? Like the underdog winner?
I personally would say it was huge. I was expecting Shatter to win.
Oh, actually, oh yeah, true.
And you just had a lot of bad luck over the last few years.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with it. Yeah, fair. Okay, huge gets to Spike Dudley. Which is kind of hilarious, actually.
Yeah, that's such an oxymoron when you think about it.
You love to see it.
We give the £150 award to the biggest robot.
Yeah, it's like in fucking it's like in the 2K games you can give like the fucking cruiserweight title to the Big Show.
Yeah, Spike Dudley, the giant killer. We give his award to the giant robot.
You love to see it. And finally, fight of the night.
This is some vintage Makon booking, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, pretty much actually. Yeah. Fight of the night. That's actually a good question because we had like, I guess it depends on like what the criteria for like the best fight would be.
Because this is a very good question, actually.
Yeah, because like I would say like RIPperoni versus Gruff is like the most fun fight tonight. Like Quantum versus Shrederator, like would that be fun? Nah, I wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't make that fight tonight.
Minotaur versus Tantrum was a very competitive fight, but I don't know if I'd want to give it that solely on the basis that it's the main event, and I wouldn't say it was like the most impressive fight.
Yeah. Like, Huge versus SHATTER, like, that was more a defensive fight. Like, Riptide versus Glitch was a squash. Free Shipping versus Gigabyte was a Beyblade match. Ribbot versus Witch Doctor was a squash. Yeah, like, honestly, I kind of think I have to give it to Gruff versus RIPperoni. Like,
I would say that was definitely the most competitive.
Like, the most, like, slightly, yeah, probably the most competitive of the fights that we had, plus, like, it was straight up just the most fun fight. Like, it was just fun to watch.
Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with giving it that. So, congratulations, Gruff. You've managed to win a fight of the night. And way to go, rookie RIPperoni.
Yeah. I swear to God, if RIPperoni ends up, like, just winning all the fights of the night by being a fucking flipping jobber. that would actually be fun. But yeah. There we go.
And with that, do we have anything for an off-topic segment of the week, Matt?
I don't know, like, have you been watching anything?
Not particularly. I've been dealing with the flu all week and being back at work, so yes.
Yeah, fair. Like, I mean, like, pretty much, the other thing I would talk about is, like, Bocce the Rock, but, like, I don't know what to say about it other than it's really fucking good, and, like, I love it. She's just like me, for real.
Fair enough.
Like, it's a really good, you should really watch it, you'll love it.
I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually, but I've got so many other things I need to watch first,
yeah,
as you know.
True. Like, we have stuff to watch after this.
Yes, we do. Like, for example, the new Nier Automata anime.
I hope that is good.
I really hope it is as well.
I hope after we watch it, like, it just deletes all our files. Don't delete your fucking Crunchyroll account.
Yes, my Crunchyroll account.
Yeah, you had to make a Crunchyroll account so like the anime can delete it. Yeah. I guess that's it for the episode.
Yeah. With that, we are done for the week, and you will not have to listen to our assault on your ears until next week.
Can we go a single episode without burying ourselves?
No, we can't.
Yeah, true. I guess not. But yeah, like just a fun one.
Yep, I had a lot of fun recording this one, and I look forward to seeing what comes along in next week's episode.
Oh,
until next time, everybody, he's Mac, I'm Jack. Take care, stay safe.
Goodbye.